Does God still talk to you now?
Yeah, mostly through the Word of God.
Okay, I think I understand. See, it's very hard. I'm trying to understand this as best I can, but when I hear someone say God told them psychology was created by Satan, I think that's something someone should be discussing with a psychologist rather than saying that is proof that psychologists are the evil ones. We're just we're coming to it from a very different angle, are we not?
Well, the whole problem in a nutshell is that the Christian life is a miracle, and it's by faith in Christ. We're either, just a very simple point I'm going to make.
Yeah.
In this life, we're either going to trust God or we're going to trust ourselves. The Christian life is from faith from first to last. And let's say I have a problem that I'm trying to deal with, and it's bothering me, and I'm tormented by it. There's a spiritual battle going on there. It's a real spiritual battle.
Is there really, though? I mean, is it not okay for somebody to believe in God, but at the same time see a therapist and they're not in conflict with each other and both can be useful? I mean, it just seems so basic to me.
No, you see, what it comes down to is a person needs to be trusting God, and the way they do that is they cultivate an intimate relationship with Him. What every Christian needs, instead of a psychologist, is to know how to seek God, to seek Him, to be still and know that He is God, to pour out our hearts to Him, and to trust in Him and in His Word. I'm telling you from personal experience that I am completely whole. I have total victory in my life.
Good.
And God, I'm just telling you because I got this from God and from His Word through Jesus Christ. And I'm just trying to have as much integrity as possible because I'm trying to express to you that God convicted me that the church is robbing people from the healing that can come from Christ. And when Jesus said that He is the healer and by His stripes we are healed, there's meaning to that.
I remember that.
And we're replacing Christ the healer. We're doing it ourselves.
Tim, this is Lewis. I'm co-host here on the show. I mean, I think the mind is an amazing thing. And I think, when I hear you talk about how you've healed yourself, I don't necessarily believe in God, or at least not in the same way you do. But I don't think it's God that's healing you. I don't think it's Jesus that's healing you. I think you're doing it all yourself. But you're calling it God, or you're calling it Jesus.
Is there anything to that, Tim?
Is there anything?
Yeah,
well, I don't know how to respond to that, really.
It sounds like there's a conflict here because in the sense, you're deciding to let God, or what you're calling God, heal you, right? I mean, it's you. Let's be honest here. It's not some magical thing that's happening. You're deciding this is how I'm going to live my life, and it's you healing yourself, is it not?
Well, you know what? I just know I'm totally mended, and I know that the Word of God explains what happened to me. And without a person being open-minded enough to check and see what Jesus says about Himself in the Scriptures, right? Like what we will be doing is we'll be engaging in like a kind of an opinion battle, and I don't think that'll get anyone anywhere.
No, it won't. I feel my opinion is just that of rationality. And rationality, it's just, I can't, and I try to, I just can't get past the fact that how could, I don't know. I think we're not, let's focus on what we can agree on before I get into making offensive statements like I did last week. We both agree the church is heading for a fall, but for very, very different reasons. You, because psychology was created by Satan and the church is buying into it. Me, because of the constant instances of child pedophilia, gay prostitution, and homophobia. How can we agree on what needs to be changed? We both seem to think that we're going in the same direction with the church, but for very different reasons, right? What do you think is the next step for the church to turn around?
My answer, based upon what you've told me so far, is going to sound ridiculous.
Okay.
Because it seems like you have a bent toward fixing it with something we can do in a couple of step formula. And what I'm saying is the church needs to be reformed by returning to Christ, returning to His Word, and seeking God in a quiet time. Jesus said, when you go to pray, close the door And in Jeremiah, God promises this. This promise God gives us in His Word. He says, if you seek me with all your heart...
No, I think our audience is pretty familiar with that particular line.
Okay, but I'm just trying to say, like, the church will be mended by God when people put their trust in Him. If we continue to persist in trying to change it with our minds and using man-made formulas, the church will continue to go down the hill.
All right, Tim Lemont, author of the book Church Goeth Before a Fall. I say priority number one, let's stop the child pedophilia and the molestation, and we'll be off to a great start. I appreciate you calling in today and hope to speak to you again very soon. Midweek Politics is brought to you in part by Jackson & Connor, classically modern men's apparel in Northampton, Massachusetts on the second floor of Thorns Marketplace, and by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.